Hey, yo, this is a Chrysler 3.5 liter motor. We're going to be doing a water pump and a belt. You're going to need a torque bit. You're going to need a torque bit on the one down here. You can't miss it. It's a T30. Okay. And a T30 right there too. Alright, you don't have to worry about taking off the idler pulley, but you will have to take off the tensioner pulley. That's in that location right there. Okay. Yes, nice and easy. Alright. And there you have it. Alright, and before you remove the belt, because this is a running motor, the timing belt didn't break. If it did, the motor's already damaged. So you don't want this motor to go over the recommended mileage of replacement, because if this belt breaks on this third 3.5 liter motor, you're going to have bent valves 100% sure. There is no ifs, ands, buts, or suppose it's going to break. So before you change the water pump, make sure you spin the crankshaft until these little marks, which we have to get some white, get some little, in fact, let me get a little something. I got some, I use fingernail polish when I don't have my little pencil. So down here on the crankshaft, you'll see a little notch, the white part, and I'm gonna do that one. And I'm just gonna put a little mark here on the other one too. So those have to be lined up. Like so. I'm not going to go all the way around the other way, counterclockwise, but that's lined up. So you're on top dead center when you line those two timing marks up. It's not perfect, but here's our timing mark there. And on the other side, that one's about a half a tooth off. That top dead center. Might be due to that tensioner, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to get it as close as we can to the perfect spot as possible. This is the before. And we got our lines lined up down there. That's the important one too. That'll be your first alignment. So alignment, pretty close. It's not perfect though. We're going to get it perfect. Alright, next step is to take these two bolts out of the tensioner, out of the hydraulic tensioner, and go ahead and pull the tensioner out of there. There are 13mm bolts on this tensioner. There's two of them. You get it from the bottom and you slide it right out of there. Now you can get the belt, the water pump out of there. So you're just going to slip the belt over the smooth pulley and it just falls off. And you can take off the belt. Okay, take it off all the way. Okay, good. We got a brand new kit. We're going to change everything. I talked to him about getting the whole kit. So we got the whole kit. And it comes with a brand new water pump. It comes with a brand new water pump, tensioner. I'm going to open that up to one. Brand new hydraulic tensioner. We got a brand new water pump. Brand new O-ring inside there. We got the tensioner pulley assembly. And that's it. That's it. Okay. All right, now the belt is removed. I recheck my alignment marks. Make sure it's good down there. It's perfect there, and it's perfect there. So we're ready to get the belt on there. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and remove all these bolts around the water pump. And it's a straight shot. It's a 10 millimeter, I believe. All right, one good idea to do is when you remove these bolts, go ahead and keep them in the same location. Take them out of the, just loosen them up. Don't take them all the way out. Just leave them in the same spot. Pull up your new water pump and go ahead and put the bolts back in there as they go. That way when you put it back on there, you know you got the right bolt in the right location. Okay? It's a good tip. And also a good recommendation is go ahead and grab you some parts cleaner or something like that and try to clean the inside, get all that debris out of there. You know, spray it down, then wipe it down. You got a rag? Yeah, good. Just spray it down really good. And, you know, get it all clean. All right, we're going to install the belt now. I'm going to start with the crankshaft pulley because you always start with the crankshaft pulley no matter what car you're working on. And you're going to keep it tight all the way around. I'm going to go counterclockwise. Keep it tight. Keep it tight. All right, guys. The whole trick to getting this belt so it won't move when you tighten up the tensioner is keeping this first row, this side right here tight. So when you wrap it around there and you get it on the teeth, get a wrench while someone helps you and get it in there and just pull the belt tight, turn it counterclockwise and keep the belt tight until these marks line up. And then you can feel down here and you can see it's tight. Then you go ahead and wrap it around, keep it tight, and do the same thing on this side. Adjust it where you need it so when you tighten it up, this side of the belt is tight. And once you pull all that slack out of there, the slack will be right here where your tensioner is, and you can go ahead and zip up the, zip up this tensioner 2 bolts right here, these 2/13, and the tensioner will pull up and keep the belt tight. So you really don't have to worry about if you pull out the pin, you really don't have to worry about putting the pin back in. Just drop the 2 bolts and the tensioner will fall down and tighten it back up, okay? And that's a done deal. We're perfect here, and we're perfect here. Started up. Dewan started up. Let's see how it sounds. And we got a good timing mark right there. You don't have to put the vehicle back together again to hear it run. And there you go, guys. 3.5 liter motor, water pump, timing belt job, replaced everything in there. It's important to know you don't want to cheap out on this job, because if that timing belt breaks because of a bad pulley, a bad tensioner, a bad belt, you're going to put an old belt back on there, you're going to damage that motor every time if that thing pops. So that's important. That's what I want you to take away from this. When you do a timing belt and it's an interference motor, meaning the pistons will come up and tap those valves if the timing belt breaks. Yeah, sure. Anyways, don't cheap out. Get the don't cheap out. Get the entire kit, because if that timing belt breaks, the motor is going to be damaged. It's going to bend valves. So this is an interference motor, meaning if that timing belt breaks, that piston's going to come up and it's going to tap that valve, and you got a bent valve or valves, and there'll be the intake valves that will be bent more than likely. But get the entire kit. Be safe than sorry. Here's the part number. This is a 2005 Dodge Charger. I'm gonna let it focus in. I don't know if it's focusing yet. Okay. It's part number 24527K is the part number. Don't cheap out. Get it done right the first time. Sounds good. I hear a very slap tight tap in one of the lifters, but very, very slight tap. You can barely hear it. Put some synthetic oil in it and it may go away. I have to let them know that. That's it, y'all. That's a wrap. On to the next one.